Hello, and welcome to the University of Maryland's first ever virtual convocation. I'm Laura Dugan, this year's Chair of the University Senate and Professor and Associate Chair in the Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice. I'm delighted we can get together today, even if it's only virtually, so we can mark the formal opening of our academic year by recognizing faculty and staff whose excellence makes Maryland a flagship university of distinction. Now it is my pleasure to welcome the 34th President of the University of Maryland, Dr. Darrell Pines.
Thank you, Dr. Dugan, and welcome everyone. The tradition of convocation on our campus helps us make a wonderful start to the academic year, an important opportunity to pause and appreciate the achievements of our colleagues. When they do their best work, it lifts us all. We stand on their shoulders. Today's event is extra special for me as it is my first convocation as president. We begin today by recognizing distinguished service by our colleagues. To present the President's Distinguished Service Awards, I call on our Vice President for Administration and Finance, Mr. Carlo Colella.
The selection process for the President's Distinguished Service Awards begins with a call for nominations by an advisory committee, chaired this year by Professor Jason Geary. The criteria for consideration include exceptional performance, leadership, and extended service that has advanced the quality and goals of the university. It is with great pride that I introduce the 2020 recipients of the University of Maryland President's Distinguished Service Award. Our first honoree is Margie GIBBS. Margie is one of those extraordinary people who contributes far beyond her job description. For 37 years, she has managed the university's counseling center office and scheduled appointments. Quite possibly, she's saved lives. As the first person that clients encounter, what she does matters in a crisis. In at least one phone call we know of, she convinced a wavering suicidal student to come in for treatment instead. That took skill and poise. Though she lacks professional training, a supervisor considers her the center's triage manager and trusts her instincts. Margie also serves as mother hen to graduate students getting their first exposure to clinical care. One of them went on to become her supervisor, and he acknowledges his debt to her. Dr. Pines, it gives me great pleasure to present the President's Distinguished Service Award to Ms. Margaret GIBBS. Our next honoree is Diane KREJSA. As the university's Deputy General Counsel, Diane KREJSA helps keep us within the law and out of trouble. For 24 years, she has served as an advisor, protector, and defender. As the principal attorney supporting the University Senate, she ensures that new policies are lawful and protect the rights of all members of our community. She plays a lead role updating sexual misconduct policies to keep up with changing federal regulations. She responds to litigation in conjunction with the State Attorney General, works on civil rights, employment, collective bargaining, and personnel matters, including faculty promotion and tenure, handles student discipline and academic freedom, and more. Through all these efforts, Diane plays an integral role in the safe and equitable operation of the university. Dr. Pines, it gives me great pleasure to present the President's Distinguished Service Award to Diane KREJSA. Our next honoree is Dr. Anna Paula Kane. A senior IT accessibility specialist, Anna champions the needs of the disability community at the university and beyond. The go-to person on campus for services for the disabled, she has proven herself a passionate and effective advocate. Dr. Paula Kane has been successful at developing new high-level policies. At the request of the provost, she led the 3-year development of a campus IT accessibility plan to improve facilities. As a member of the University Senate and co-chair of the Campus Commission on Disability Issues, she has achieved significant accommodations that improve the quality of life. All these efforts seek new levels of campus inclusion, ensuring that those with disabilities can participate as full members of our community. Dr. Pines, it gives me great pleasure to present the President's Distinguished Service Award to Dr. Anna Paula Kane. Our next honoree is Mr. Ross Stern. Ross may be one of the most important people on campus you might not know. He prefers working behind the scenes. As Executive Director of Government Affairs, Ross spends a lot of time in Annapolis and other Maryland power centers making our case to leaders. His effectiveness stems from his reputation as an honest broker and his working relationships with those who have authority over university affairs. On campus, Ross scours state budgets, gets involved in planning new initiatives, and learns almost everything from admission yields and agricultural programs to crowding in parking lot Z and Gen Z special needs. The result? New buildings get built, academic programs expand, new research and innovation opportunities open, like our strategic partnership with UMB, and we serve Maryland more effectively. Dr. Pines, I'm extremely proud to present the President's Distinguished Service Award to Mr. Ross Stern. Our next honoree is Ms. Colleen WRIGHT-RIVA. As Director of Dining Services, Colleen has prioritized her customers' health while making socially conscious innovations. With the need for social distancing, Colleen has switched to grab-and-go dining. Before that, she had instituted anytime dining, so students could eat all they want when it's convenient. This actually promoted healthier eating and reduced food waste and carry-out packaging. Colleen also adopted sustainable cleaning products and overhauled recycling. She helped UMD become the first university to sign the UN's Cool Food Pledge to cut greenhouse gas emissions 25% by 2030. She also helped create Turp Farm, where students grow produce experimentally. Some go to dining halls and some to the Food Insecure in Prince George's County. The Campus Pantry, another of her collaborations, helps feed UMD's Food Insecure. Dr. Pines, I'm extremely proud to present the President's Distinguished Service Award to Ms. Colleen WRIGHT-RIVA. I would like to thank all of this year's President's Distinguished Service Award recipients for their dedication and their impact on the University of Maryland. Please accept our sincere congratulations.
Hello, I'm Marianne Rankin, Senior Vice President and Provost. It is my privilege to recognize this year's recipients of the Provost's Excellence Awards for professional track faculty, distinguished scholar teachers, and our distinguished university professors. This is the first year we're recognizing the significant contributions of our professional track faculty at Convocation. The Provost's Excellence Awards recognize their outstanding work in one of three core areas of academic activity: teaching, research, and service. In the category of outstanding teaching, our first recipient is Dr. Lisa BOTÉ, Associate Clinical Professor in the College of Education. Dr. BOTÉ applies her gifts as an educator to training others to teach, something she has done at Maryland for the past 20 years with great impact. Lisa has developed a three-course sequence, creating community, that enables her students to delve into the social and cultural backgrounds of those they will one day teach. She created this innovative approach to help her future teachers become more sensitive and understanding, and better equipped to build constructive relationships in their future classrooms. She has shared this approach widely at professional conferences. The impact of Dr. BOTÉ's work extends well beyond campus as her technique spreads and her students advance to teach their own classes. We are proud to recognize her teaching with the Provost's Excellence Award. Our next professional track honoree for excellence in teaching is Dr. Marcia Schaffner, Senior Lecturer in the Department of Entomology. Marcia has been with our Biological Sciences program for 18 years, teaching both graduate and undergraduate students. But she is best known these days for her dynamic presentation of Principles of Biological Science, an introductory course taken by many non-majors. Marcia redesigned it, introducing active learning techniques. Her students consistently acknowledge her skill in making the biological sciences come alive. Many of them go on to take additional courses with her. Dr. Schaffner's colleagues admire her commitment to student success while holding them to their highest standards of scientific excellence. Marcia also makes significant contributions through her efforts to bring diversity to STEM fields, working with professional groups and tutoring K-12 students. We are proud to recognize Dr. Schaffner's teaching with the Provost's Excellence Award. The final recipient of the Award for Teaching is Roy Walls, an instructor in the Institute of Applied Agriculture. Though he's been teaching at Maryland for 30 years, Roy manages to infuse each new class and lab with fresh materials, all while carrying a heavy course load. Students value his engaging and innovative approach. In the lab, he pays close attention to individuals while allowing them to discover principles for themselves. Roy works exceptionally hard to make sure that no student is left behind, and he is highly regarded for his mentorship. Mr. Walls also performs extensive service to the state, developing a curriculum for high school agricultural science teachers and actively providing them with opportunities for professional development, all part of his commitment to raising the next generation of agriculture students. We are proud to recognize Roy Walls' teaching with the Provost's Excellence Award. Next, we recognize excellence in research by professional track faculty, starting with Dr. Chung-Tren Huang, research professor in the Department of Geographical Sciences in the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences. Dr. Huang is recognized internationally for his outstanding contributions to the field of satellite remote sensing, particularly to assess changes to vegetation and other land cover. His approach also identifies changes in areas inundated by water. In 2001, Dr. Huang developed the National Land Cover Database for the United States. His research has been cited more than 11,500 times, and he has raised more than $20 million in research funding, earning him designation as a research leader throughout the past decade. Additionally, Dr. Huang is an outstanding teacher, voluntarily teaching graduate and undergraduate courses, advising PhD candidates and master's students, and performing professional service. We are proud to recognize Dr. Huang's research and other significant contributions with the Provost's Excellence Award. Next, we honor Dr. Igor Puchal, Senior Research Scientist in the Department of Geology in our College of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences. Dr. Puchal's distinguished research has made significant contributions to our understanding of early Earth history and the formation of our solar system. He is a recognized expert on the kind of lava formed in the Earth's first 2.5 billion years, providing a window into conditions at that time. He also studies elements that tend to leach out of rocks and concentrate in the Earth's core, providing insight into the planet's formation. Dr. Puchal has conducted research in Russian, German, and US institutions, winning several awards of distinction and publishing widely in leading earth science journals and monographs. He also manages our highly regarded isotope geochemistry laboratory. For his many accomplishments and service, we honor Dr. Igor Puchal with the Provost's Excellence Award in Research. The final category in the Provost's Excellence Award recognizes exceptional service to the university. Our first honoree is Dr. RUOHOLLAH EBRAHIMIAN, Senior Lecturer in the Department of Mathematics. In addition to his teaching, Dr. Ebrahimian performs outstanding service through his work with math competitions for our own students and for K-12 students. He leads the Maryland High School Math Competition, which attracts participation by top students from the state and district. Winners earn scholarships to the university, bringing us top mathematical talent. Dr. Ebrahimian also coaches a team of university students for the prestigious Putnam competition, and with impressive results. He led them to a top 10 finish in December 2019 for the first time in recent history. He has taken on a new project, Math Circles, designed to help K-12 students experience the beauty of mathematical thinking. His leadership in these programs advance our math program while inspiring young talent. We are proud to recognize Dr. RUOHOLLAH EBRAHIMIAN with the Provost's Excellence Award. finally, we recognize the extraordinary service to the Philip Merrill College of Journalism by Senior Lecturer Christine Harvey. A 25-year veteran, Christine has left a major imprint on the college's academic quality. As Director of Assessments and Chair of the program's Curricula and Course Committee, she helped revamp the college's curriculum to reflect the rapid changes in journalism. Colleagues describe the new curriculum as a model of innovation, flexibility, and experiential learning. Ms. Harvey also played an important role in the college and university's reaccreditations in meeting the criteria relating to teaching outcomes assessment. Christine helped develop and now runs a graduate certificate program in multimedia journalism, and she helped set up a multimedia news bureau for the Capitol News Service. We are proud to recognize Christine Harvey's impressive record of service with the Provost's Excellence Award. Congratulations to all of our Provost's Excellence Award recipients. Thank you for your important accomplishments and dedication. The Distinguished Scholar Teacher Program honors outstanding faculty whose work exemplifies the hallmark of a great research university. They are distinguished teachers with exceptional achievements in research, scholarship, and the creative and performing arts. I will briefly introduce you to them, and you will find more details on the Convocation website. Each will deliver a special lecture focused on scholarship during the course of the year. Proceeding alphabetically, our first recipient is Dr. Stephen KLEES in the Department of Counseling, Higher Education, and Special Education. An influential figure in his field, Dr. KLEES has often successfully challenged the effectiveness of global educational investments. He consults regularly for the World Bank, often arguing strongly for or against proposed or existing policies based on his commitment to education for all and sustainable development. Stephen's prolific writing has garnered thousands of scholarly citations, and his professional society has recognized him with its highest honor. Dr. KLEES' expertise informs his teaching and connects theory with practice. He is highly valued as a mentor and has advised dozens of doctoral and master's students, many of whom have gone on to prominent international positions. The university is proud to recognize Professor Stephen KLEES for his exemplary contributions as a scholar and a teacher. The next distinguished scholar teacher is Dr. Thomas Murphy, professor in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering and director of the Institute for Research in Electronics and Applied Physics. Dr. Murphy has achieved a stellar career, earning in swift succession an NSF Career Award, a DARPA Young Faculty Award, and a Junior Faculty Outstanding Research Citation from the Clark School, followed a few years later with recognition as an Optical Society of America Fellow. His research in applied optics has produced advanced detectors, transmission of microwaves through fiber optic cables, 2 patents, 94 journal articles, and 4,700 citations. Dr. Murphy has also won awards for his teaching and helped create the Research Experiences for Undergraduates program. His students find him a supportive mentor and marvel at his ability to clarify complex problems. The university is honored to recognize Dr. Thomas Murphy for his distinguished contributions as a scholar and teacher. Our next distinguished scholar teacher is Dr. Xiaolin Nan, Professor of Communication in the College of Arts and Humanities. Dr. Nan's expertise focuses on changing health attitudes and behaviors, specifically by creating effective public health messages for at-risk groups. Some of her award-winning research has involved HPV vaccinations and anti-smoking campaigns for African American communities. Her methodological rigor and insights have enabled her to raise millions in research awards from an array of federal agencies. Dr. Nunn has written more than 69 journal articles, 11 book chapters, and 96 conference papers. A popular teacher, she advises many PhD and undergraduate students. She's co-authored nearly 2/3 of her journal articles with graduate students, an example of highly effective research mentorship. In the classroom, Dr. Nunn favors active learning techniques, assigning teams to develop message campaigns. The university is proud to honor Professor Nunn for her exceptional contributions as a scholar and a teacher. The next recipient is Dr. Rochelle Newman, professor and chair in the Department of Hearing and Speech Sciences. In addition to her work as chair and teacher, Dr. Newman serves as principal or co-principal investigator on 4 research projects. Her research focuses on the brain's ability to recognize and retain words by listening to fluent speech, a key step in language acquisition. She participates with the Maryland Language Science Center, Child Studies Consortium, and the Autism Research Consortium. A supporter describes Rochelle as one of the primary architects of our development into a national language science powerhouse. A prolific author, Dr. Newman has been cited more than 2,500 times. As a teacher, she integrates her research into classes and has mentored 40 doctoral, 80 master's, and 200 undergraduate students. She's received her college's Outstanding Graduate Advisor Award. The university is proud to honor Professor Newman for her exceptional contributions as a scholar and a teacher. The next recipient is Dr. Derek Paley, professor of aerospace engineering. Dr. Paley holds an endowed chair and directs the Maryland Robotics Center. He also founded our Collective Dynamics and Control Laboratory, Autonomous Microvehicle Team, and Autonomous Unmanned Systems Stream. He directs or co-directs some $8 million in research grants. His work explores dynamic control of autonomous vehicles in changing environments. He creates models based on movements of biological groups, like flocking birds or swarming mosquitoes. Widely published and cited, Dr. Paley received the NSF and Presidential Early Career Awards and the Clark School Teaching Award for junior faculty. He brings patience and rigor to classes and engages students in early research experiences and engineering competitions, including one that took top national honors. In pursuit of STEM diversity, he actively recruits and mentors students. The university is proud to honor Professor Paley for his exceptional contributions as a scholar and teacher. Our final Distinguished Scholar Teacher recipient is Dr. Saul Sosnowski, professor in our College of Arts and Humanities School of Languages, Literature, and Cultures. Dr. Sosnowski has attained an international reputation for his expertise in Latin American literature. An intellectual force on our campus for 50 years, he has often examined this literature with a sociological and political focus, providing a cultural bridge between the hemispheres. Though widely published and cited, his most influential platform may be the journal he's edited since 1972, East America. It provides a haven for unknown Latin American talents, writers fleeing dictators, and others trying to reestablish democracies. Saul's teaching and mentorship have proven both popular and engaging, conveying to his students the literary and intellectual pulse of Latin America. The university is proud to honor Professor Sosnowski for his exceptional contributions as a scholar and teacher. Please join me in congratulating all of the 2020 Distinguished Scholar Teachers. Now, I am pleased to recognize another group of faculty members whose distinguished career accomplishments bring extraordinary credit to our campus. In the past 40 years, only 116 faculty members have received this honor. It is my pleasure to present to you our 2020 Distinguished University Professors. Our first recipient is Dr. William Fagan, Chair of Biology and Research Innovation Scholar at our National Socio-Environmental Synthesis Center. With exceptional creativity, Dr. Fagan has greatly expanded the boundaries of his field, spatial ecology, through mathematical modeling. These models provide new insights into ecological boundary shifts, habitat fragmentation, and animal migrations, including the linkages between memory and animal migration. Leaders in the field deem him the best quantitative ecologist of his generation, and he has received wide recognition and awards. Exceptionally productive, Bill has published nearly 220 articles in top journals, on average about 9 per year, and was cited more than 20,000 times. He introduced an important curricular innovation, bringing mathematics into first-year biology classes, and has mentored several dozen postdocs, doctoral students, master's students, and undergraduates. The university is honored to bestow on Dr. Fagan the title of Distinguished University Professor. Our next distinguished professor is Dr. James Farquhar, professor in the Department of Geology and the Earth Systems Science Interdisciplinary Center. For 20 years, Dr. Farquhar's groundbreaking geochemical research has provided a window into Earth's first 2 billion years, and a time when atmospheric oxygen reached a point where complex life could exist. His breakthrough was a technique for accurately measuring sodium and oxygen isotope deposits in rocks, a powerful indicator of atmospheric conditions when the rocks were formed. He also generated inferences about Mars' early atmosphere. A whole subdiscipline developed, largely driven by his and his students' and collaborators' contributions. He is now working to develop enhanced tools for measuring atmospheric greenhouse gases. Dr. Farquhar is a prolific and a highly cited scholar and has many prestigious awards, including, most recently, election to the National Academy of Sciences. The university is honored to bestow on Dr. Farquhar the title of Distinguished University Professor.
I'm honored to be recognized as a Distinguished University Professor. I would not be here were it not for the very important contributions made by those students, postdocs, and colleagues who I've worked with. They were critical in this journey and a pleasure to work with. I do not want to forget another reason why I am here today. My chairs and deans had visions to find creative ways to support my research program and the people I work with. This generated an environment where we could develop new ideas, make new contributions, and have a lot of fun along the way. Both points are important, but the last one emphasizes the role of our university in our successes. In my case, it allowed us to reach new levels of scholarship. I know this practice continues. In closing, I want to acknowledge its importance and advocate it for others.
Our next distinguished university professor is Dr. DINESH MANOCHA, the Paul Christian Arib Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. MANOCHA left an endowed position at UNC at Chapel Hill to join UMD 2 years ago. His pioneering research has driven advances and innovations in a wide variety of areas, particularly computer graphics, virtual and augmented reality, robotics, and advanced computing. His outstanding research makes him a world leader in these fields. Dr. MANOCHA has published more than 500 papers, received more than 37,000 citations, and secured a dozen patents. He has supervised some 40 PhD students and currently advises 14 more. His work has earned him a long list of major awards and recognition as a fellow in several major professional societies. The university is honored to bestow on Dr. MANOCHA the title of Distinguished University Professor.
It's a great honor to be selected as a Distinguished University Professor. I joined University of Maryland in 2018 with joint appointments, the Departments of Computer Science and Electrical and Computer Engineering. Over the last 2.5 years, I have received very strong support from both the departments, both the colleges, as well as from the Office of the Provost and the President. I'm very grateful to the current and former chairs of ECE Department, Professor Joseph Jaja and Professor Rama Chalapa, who nominated me for this honor, as well as the current and former Deans of Engineering, Rob Breiber and Daryl Pines. Moreover, Jerry Wilkinson from CMNS was also very helpful. My biggest thanks at this moment is to my hundreds of collaborators over 3 decades, including more than 60 current and former PhD students, and thousands of other students I've interacted in and out of the classroom. Finally, I want to thank my family, including my father, wife, and 2 daughters, for all their strong support. Thank you very much.
Our next distinguished university professor is Dr. Peter Reuter from the School of Public Policy and the Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice in Behavioral Science and Sociology. Dr. Reuter has played a decisive role in creating the academic field of drug policy, a contribution noted when he received the prestigious Stockholm Prize in Criminology. For 25 years at Maryland, he has conducted high-impact interdisciplinary research into national and international drug use, policing, and drug markets, and their effects on prisons, mental health, and criminal behavior. He has written influential books and 164 peer-reviewed publications, earning some 18,000 citations, and has mentored countless doctoral students and taught both policy and criminology classes. As a consultant, he has made important contributions to policymakers and testified frequently before congressional committees. He is also often an advisor to the National Academy of Sciences. The university is honored to bestow on Dr. Reuter the title of Distinguished University Professor.
Appointment in a public policy school appears to give a scholar license to do what academics like so much, namely to express opinions about public policy and contemporary problems. The trick to actually contributing to policy debates is to avoid that temptation and instead aim at what scholars do best, namely increasing our understanding of the world. My pleasure in receiving the Distinguished University Professor honor is that I believe it is a recognition of scholarship in a field, drug policy, which is rife with strongly held opinions. Working with criminologists, as befits my appointment in the university's distinguished criminology department, and with scholars in a variety of other fields, I've had the pleasure of studying a wide variety of subjects, from the influence of geopolitics on the heroin trade in the Golden Triangle to the naive use of population surveys to measure the extent of heroin use in the United States. I look forward to continuing this work in the university that has supported me for so long.
Our next distinguished university professor is Dr. Aravind Srinivasan from the Computer Science Department in the College of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences. In his 19 years at Maryland, Dr. Srinivasan has made major theoretical contributions to computer science, particularly in areas of algorithms, randomness, and networked phenomena. These have translated into important advances in areas like public health, computer networks, and e-commerce. He is highly regarded for his work solving difficult optimization problems. A well-known Nature paper he co-authored led to more realistic public health models for early detection, vaccination, and quarantining. A fellow of 5 professional societies, Aravind edits 2 major journals and published some 193 articles with over 13,000 citations. He has mentored dozens of PhD students. Among his many awards is the highest honor in the area of distributed computing. The university is honored to bestow on Dr. Srinivasan the title of Distinguished University Professor.
The University of Maryland has been a nourishing institution for me, and I thank its administration, staff, faculty, and students for their strong support and for making such a recognition possible. This recognition is also due to the kindness and support of numerous individuals and additional institutions. I thank my nominators and endorsers, my department, wife, children, parents, siblings, parents-in-law, other family members, teachers, students, collaborators, and friends for making this possible. In receiving this recognition, I view it as receiving it together with all of these people and institutions that have nourished me. I wouldn't be here without their kindness and support. Thank you.
Our final distinguished university professor is Dr. Ruth ZAMBRANA from the Women's Studies Department in the College of Arts and Humanities. Dr. ZAMBRANA's groundbreaking research into racial, ethnic, and gender health disparities continues gaining importance and relevance. Her work helped pave the way for minority health advocacy by demonstrating the impact of social factors like access to care on outcomes such as cardiovascular disease. Ruth has produced high-impact books and over 90 scholarly publications. Throughout her career, she has planted intellectual seeds widely, such as working with young faculty at medical and public health schools. She co-founded our interdisciplinary consortium on race, gender, and ethnicity, developed our minor in Latino studies, and mentored many students, including PhDs. Ruth has won major honors from organizations like the American Sociological Association and the American Public Health Association. The university is honored to bestow on Dr. ZAMBRANA the title of Distinguished University Professor.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculty and cherished family and friends. Since receiving notification of this award on June 9th, I have experienced a cascade of emotions, joy and satisfaction among them. I feel a deep sense of accomplishment for this affirmation that I have made significant contributions to knowledge about people from disadvantaged groups in the United States. I am especially grateful to those mentors and African American administrators who opened doors for me to walk through and supported me along the steep trajectory of academia. I thank those colleagues, friends, and family who have provided solace and caring at times when I felt defeated or offended. My children who listened to my presentations, my boring presentations, at the ripe age of 2 and 9 years of age, thank you. My scholarship has been driven by documenting events and lived realities of reproductive health of poor women and racial and ethnic disparities and inequity in health and higher education, and prodding disciplinary boundaries to prioritize institutional change and equity. Awareness of these challenges were informed by my own experiences and observations of maltreatment, disadvantage, and discrimination of others throughout my life course. My praxis has been intent on opening doors for those who are devalued and are often left behind due to the color of their skin and or a lack of economic and social capital, not because of lack of intellectual ability or desire to succeed. This award empowers me to strengthen my efforts to expand opportunities for historically and traditionally underrepresented minority and disadvantaged students and faculty. Let me conclude with the words of a 2016 UMD alum who received his bachelor's degree in the Department of Sociology, Rees Hall, who articulates the ethical use of power and words that inspire me. No power is worth having if not used to open avenues for others. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. ZAMBRANA, and congratulations to all of the 2020 Distinguished University Professors for their outstanding contributions to the University of Maryland.
My name is BRIT KIRWAN. I'm Chancellor Emeritus of the University of Maryland System and Professor Emeritus of the University of Maryland College Park. If the internal structure of asteroids sounds like a remote subject, consider that many now orbiting in our solar system could rain catastrophic destruction on Earth. and that the pioneering research of Derek C. Richardson could help deflect them. To appreciate the relevance of Derek's seminal research, we need only recall that some 66 million years ago, an asteroid 10 kilometers in diameter slammed into what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, drastically altering our planet's climate and likely contributing to the extinction of dinosaurs. Through theoretical research, including computer codes and models continually refined with students, Derek established that such asteroids are agglomerations, more like flying rubble piles than solid space rocks, a fact potentially useful in calculations to prevent a modern-day impact, as well as for understanding how the solar system formed. Derek's models have been essential in interpreting the evolution of the most distant object found in the solar system, Arakoth, visited in 2019 by the New Horizons spacecraft. He is also an investigator in the NASA Double Asteroid Redirection Test, scheduled for launch in summer 2021. The test will crash a spacecraft into an asteroid's moon to see how its orbit changes. In addition, he chairs a working group for the joint NASA Asteroid Impact and Deflection Assessment collaboration and is a senior collaborator on the NASA Asteroid Sample mission. Derek received his PhD in astrophysics from the University of Cambridge in 1993 and came to the University of Maryland in 2000, with promotion to full professor in 2012. He has produced over 100 refereed journal publications since his arrival at the university, including Nature and Science cover stories, and his research has garnered more than 4,700 citations. He was named a University of Maryland Distinguished Scholar Teacher in 2019. Richard P. Blinzel, a professor of planetary science at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, says, in plain English, Derek's work looks at how planets are formed and how they stay together. He adds, Derek has established himself as the world's leading expert in, and arguably the founder of, the study of a most fundamental structure of our solar system, gravitational aggregates. Congratulations, Derek, on this much-deserved award. Your research brings great recognition and honor to the university. An innovator in life sciences education whose courses have helped thousands of students not just learn, but master the principles of biology, Todd Cook has been a linchpin for advances in undergraduate education at the University of Maryland for more than 4 decades. Todd was the primary architect of both an introductory course in organismal biology and the integrated life sciences living learning program, furthering a mission of making sure students are not just good at science itself, but also understand how it can be applied to the wider world. Without his mentorship, I would never have challenged myself to take advantage of the many opportunities in this university, let alone even know what was out there to try, says Megan Gaines, a former ILS student. His advice has helped steer me in the right direction and helped me grow into the person I am today. Todd earned his BA at Antioch College and his PhD in biology at Cornell University. He came to the university in 1979 as an assistant professor in the Department of Botany, becoming an associate professor in 1984 and professor in the Department of Cell Biology and Molecular Genetics in 1995. Todd spearheaded the new introductory course in the early 2000s, emphasizing fundamental principles over memorization and has taught it to more than 20 times to over 2,000 students. As director of the IOS program since its 2011 founding, Todd has become the consummate mentor, annually guiding students to prestigious awards such as the Rhodes, Marshall, Churchill, and Goldwater scholarships. Department Chair Jonathan Denman compares Todd to the beloved Professor Dumbledore of Harry Potter fame and says he benefited from his interactions with students as much as they did, developing into a confident, outgoing, highly respected, and valued colleague at all levels of the university. Todd's impact has been incalculable, he says. In sum, Todd is a transformational figure. His impact on how we teach and integrate the biological sciences with the curriculum of the rest of the university will be felt for generations to come. Heartfelt congratulations, Todd, on this much-deserved recognition.
I now have the great pleasure to award the President's Medal, the highest honor the university bestows upon a member of our community. This year's medalist is Dr. Marcio Oliveira, Assistant Vice President for Academic Technology and Innovation in the Division of Information Technology. For several years, Dr. Oliveira has played a central role in expanding the university's capacity to enhance education through technology. So when the risk of COVID-19 began rising here last February, Marcio anticipated the need to move all classes and operations online and played a decisive role in accomplishing that. The Great Migration took just 3 weeks. Think about that. We moved some 4,000 course sections, 14,000 teachers and staff, and 41,000 students online in just 21 days. It took a full team, cross-campus effort, but Marcio's vision, leadership, and bold action proved critical to our success. The people he worked with described his steady, authoritative, reassuring presence and creativity. One academic leader remembers there wasn't a question he could not answer. Another adds that as difficult as it was, we escaped a lot of pain. His leadership continues as we now take the follow-up steps to reimagine and reshape the future of teaching and learning at the university. For this outstanding record of achievement and transformative impact, I am honored to bestow on Dr. Marcio Oliveira the President's Medal.
President Pines, dear friends, students, and members of the UMD family, this is an extremely special moment for me. I feel humbled and honored to receive the highest honor that this university community can bestow. Thank you very much. It is truly a privilege to be selected from among several wonderful and highly qualified colleagues that teach me and inspire me every day. I dreamed about coming to UMD exactly 20 years ago, and my original plan was to stay here just for 1 year. And fast forward, here we are. I'm extremely grateful for every opportunity I have been given to serve this institution as a faculty member and administrator. I have worked diligently, and I continue to strive in every way to be worthy of confidence and to fulfill my duties the best I can. Today, we are living through one of the most challenging and transformative moments in higher education. A period that's requiring us to fundamentally review our underlying assumptions and reconnect with the true educational values of this institution. We shall use this challenge as an opportunity to create a new culture of learning and reimagine our business model beyond the digital transformation. I feel very lucky to serve in my current role, and I remain committed to expanding the ways I can partner with campus leaders to rethink the way we serve and support our students, faculty, and staff. Please, allow me to pay a special tribute to my very first mentor who invited me to come to UMD, my amazing friend, Dr. Jane Clark, Professor Emerita and former Dean of the School of Public Health. Jane, you taught me so many lessons over the years, but one stands out to me: the importance of developing the full potential of others. Thank you for seeing my potential, for trusting in me, and most importantly, for listening carefully and respectfully every time that I disagreed with you. I love you, and I have the deepest gratitude and admiration for you. My appreciation also goes to all my past students who taught me much more than I could teach them. To my supervisors, who have inspired me along my professional journey and still find creative ways to encourage and support my goals and ideas. Thank you for being there when I needed, and thank you for standing with me in support of my two most esteemed leadership principles, integrity and authenticity. To my amazing team of staff and close co-workers, I want you to say that if this award stands for anything, it stands for the united spirit that makes us so unique and so special as a team. I'm receiving this award because we achieve, and we achieve because we have learned how to face and celebrate our challenge together. Thank you for your talent, and thank you for being the main reason why I get up in the morning and come to work every day. Lastly, I want to dedicate this medal to my mother, who has always been the greatest source of strength and inspiration in my life. Mom, this medal is for you. Thank you for always reminding me of Nelson Mandela's words. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Mãe, muito obrigado. Essa medalha é sua. Eu te amo. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Oliveira, and congratulations. This brings us to a close to our 2020 convocation ceremony. We want to thank this year's selection committee, chaired by Dr. Jason Geary, Director of the School of Music, for their work on this year's awards. And finally, our congratulations to all our honorees for your outstanding accomplishments and contributions to the University of Maryland. You have our appreciation.